Hey everyone. So yeah, I've been roasting coffee now for a few weeks, and I feel like I finally figured out a way that I like to do it. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on this, and a combination of doing it with the air gun, or with the Whirley popper, which is a popcorn maker that I recently purchased, and it always seemed like it took me about 15 to 20 minutes. Um, with the heat gun method, or the heat gun dog bowl method, 15 to 20 minutes to get the results I wanted. And so I bought the Whirley popper, and then when I got the Whirley popper, it worked pretty quickly with just direct heat, but it seemed like it always um, kind of burnt my beans, even if I was doing it kind of slow, or like there was a burnt texture on the beans. I didn't really like that. So I wanted to see if I could get the best of both worlds of, okay, I want more consistent results, a better evenly roasted bean, um, done quickly, and yeah. So after trying a few combinations of I used a wok instead of a dog bowl, because that seems like a better way to go about it. Um, and the heat gun, and even with an open flame on the stove outside on the barbecue, I got pretty good results, but it still was taking me around 15 minutes, and I wasn't getting a really consistent roast. So anyways, I think this new method that I've put together, it's not new, it's just what I think works good for me, but it's certainly easy. I don't want to go out and spend a couple $100 on a roaster if I don't have to. So, and I like the process, so it's kind of fun to do. So I'm going to show you guys what tools I use and how I've got this setup working right now. All right, so here we are. I'm in my garage area. One thing I've noticed too, if it's kind of cold or windy outside, if you're doing this outside, and you probably want to do this outside because of the chaff that comes off of the bean. So I'm here in my garage area where there's less wind, but I'll still get some wind so that the chaff can blow off and not get all over the place. So I have my heat gun here. This is a Wagner heat gun that I picked up at Home Depot for some other task. I think I paid like $30 for it. And I messed around with various settings on this thing. Let me see if I can get some better light here. And what I find what works really well at this point is the highest setting of 1350 with the high airflow. So I'll be using that. Here's the Whirley pop. So this is something I bought off of Amazon for like, I think it was $20. And I'll be using for my bean is Sumatra Mandling from happymugcoffee.com. And so that's just one of the sites that I found, Happy Mug Coffee. And of course there's Sweet Maria's, and then you can get things at Amazon or even at eBay if you're adventurous, but so far that's what I've been using. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this heat gun in the side here, and I'm going to sort of hold it in place with this tie wrap. It's, this is low-tech stuff, but it actually works really well. So let me get that set up and we'll be right back. All right, so all I did was I attached the heat gun, and I just kind of, I'm holding it in place with this piece of tie wrap on this little wooden nub here. That's part of the Whirley pop lid, and there's the inside of the Whirley pop. There's just that arm there. Sorry about that. I just cut the video for a moment there. The neighbor's having fun on his motorcycle. Anyways, so I'm going to take 1 cup. Oh, and I have my colander here on standby waiting to cool off the beans. I'm going to take 1 cup of this stuff. I'm going to pour it in there, kick my heat gun on, and I expect this particular roast to take me about 6 minutes. We'll see. And yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I just turned on my heat gun. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it to high. All right, so now I've got some good airflow. Yeah, I'll pour in the beans and we'll start the roast. Every now and then I like to switch directions just to keep some of the beans that get stuck in one spot. Yeah, just giving them a chance to round it more. So at this point, I'm starting to smell more of a grassy aroma. It's starting to transition from grassy to, I don't know, the coffee, that kind of a coffee, the earthy scent at the moment. You may or may not be seeing some of that chaff coming off the bean, floating around. That varies with the bean that you get. That's what I've noticed. We should be getting pretty close to the first crack by now. The first crack is an indicator to let you know the coffee is roasted. And whatever goes beyond the first crack is preference as far as how dark you want your roast. I believe it's City, then City Plus, and Full City, and then Full City Plus. Full City Plus is after the second crack. I don't think I'm going to be entering the second crack. I'm just going to pull this right after, shortly after the first crack is done, so I get more of a lighter roast. Yeah, my beans are starting to look pretty good right now. I should be getting that first crack. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it or not. I think I just heard the first crack. Yeah, definitely. We're into the first crack now. So it kind of sounds like popcorn, but not quite as loud. So once I hear the first crack, I usually go for another minute or so, but there's still more cracking going on. So from what I understand, this is called clearing the first crack. Once this section of the roast kind of settles down, then you've cleared the first crack. I think I've cleared the first crack, and it depends on the bean how much popping you're gonna get, but you definitely should hear some cracking and popping once you hit this first crack zone. I'm gonna speed up the arm a little bit just to clear some chaff, you know. I'm gonna pull this off in here in a minute. Yeah, I still hear some cracking. Okay, I'm gonna pull this off. So now I'm just letting it cool off, letting some more of the chaff blow away. So that actually took me a little bit longer than my last roast. I used a different kind of bean. I think this one took a little bit longer, which is fine. The main thing is the audible cues, and even visually, just looking at the bean, how dark you want to go. So that looks really good to me. I mean, it's pretty even. It didn't take that long. And then I'll let this sit for a day or two, and then I'll grind it up. And I'll have some nice home roasted coffee that's fresh. Pretty awesome. So just another little before and after shot. Let me grab some of the beans here. And so yeah, they definitely expand after they've been roasted. And you'll see that the center of the bean has more distinct crack in it, and you can see the chaff in there. And if you roast it for like the city dark, the full city plus, it'll be a lot darker, and you'll even see some oil on it. I've personally started to move towards a lighter roast without the oil on top of it. It just seems like it's less burnt tasting. And you know, maybe you're accustomed to that, and I think I was too. But once I started doing my own roast, I started experimenting with different things, and I find that I actually like the lighter roasts. It gives it a little bit of a sweeter flavor in the coffee without sugar added. So anyways, there you have it.